here. Our mics are live. There we go.
Welcome back, everyone. At this time, I'd like to ask Mrs. Pearson to give the rise and report, please, of our closed session.
Thank you, Your Worship. Item number 1, the clerk has been authorized to bring forward bylaw 29 of 2024 to authorize the purchase of said lands in the town of Petrolia. Item number 2, council received information legal 01-2024, part lot 31 and 33, plan 14 Eureka Street, Petrolia, with nothing more to report. Item number 3, council received information personal item 01 of 2024, the CAO annual performance review, with nothing more to report.
I'm just going to ask our CAO, Mr. Charlebois, just to give us some of the highlights on the item number 1 in regards to the proposed acquisition of land that will be dealt with by bylaw later on in this meeting.
Oh. Yes, through you, Your Worship. So we've been working with the Bank of Nova Scotia for the past several months to look at purchasing the Petrolia Scotiabank property on Petrolia line, and we've reached a tentative agreement that will be on the agenda tonight. And the deal is for a 10-year period. The town will not be able to sell or use the building for anything that would require pre-approval or agreement from Scotiabank. For example, we can't rent it out to or sell it to another bank, for example. The Scotiabank's going to leave 2 automated banking machines at the building, which is actually an item that the town wanted to service their clients for Scotiabank. Some exterior signage will remain there on the bank. The town will be looking to seek heritage designation for the building. The building was built in 1911, and Scotiabank will require occasional use of one of the offices for the period of the agreement, which is 10 years. And after 10 years, that agreement would expire. And we're paying $200,000 for that's the purchase price. And the building was recently appraised by Scotiabank for $1.2 million.
Thank you, Mr. Charlebois. We'll move on to the second opportunity for the public to address council. I'd like to ask if anyone would like to address council at this time. Seeing none, we'll move on now to new and unfinished business. We have a tabled item. I would recommend to council that it remain tabled. And I'd like to ask Deputy Mayor Field regarding some information he'd like to bring forward.
Thank you, through your worship. A June 10th council meeting, and talking with staff at our one of our recent meetings. There is a number of conflicts. We've realigned very well for the month of June with all the events and all the activities that are going on. So it's my recommendation, if I get a seconder, that we defer that meeting.
Okay. And you're moving that, Deputy Mayor Field? I'll need a seconder, seconded by Councillor Clark. Any discussion regarding deferring that meeting? Councillor O'Hara.
Deferring it to when?
Sorry, deferring, canceling that meeting.
Oh, canceling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I could just speak to.
Go ahead. Deputy
And then
Mayor
if
Field.
there is something, as you know, as the mayor's always said, that we can call a meeting. But I think June is just a very busy month. And then we have conflicts between council and staff for attendance for that meeting. So.
Yeah, as council's aware, 150 celebrations in June is very busy. Any other discussions from council I'll call a vote. All those, or basically I'll ask the clerk to read the proposed motion, please.
Thank you. So what I received from Councillor Field was that, from Deputy Mayor Field, was that the Town of Petrolia provide direction to the clerk to remove the June 10th, 2024 council meeting from the council calendar.
Okay, last time, any questions from council? Call the vote. All those in favor? Opposed? That motion carries. That'll move us now on to bylaws. And I'd like to request that council deal with bylaw 29 and 30, and we'll do bylaw 28 separately. That's regarding the rezoning. So I'd like to ask council for a motion to have the bylaws read a first and second time for bylaw 29 and bylaw 30. So I'll need a mover and a seconder for that. Moved by Deputy Mayor Fields, seconded by Councillor Clark. Any questions regarding those two bylaws? Okay, all those in favor? Opposed? That motion carries. That'll move us now to bylaw 28, which is the rezoning for 411 Wingfield. And I'd like to, okay, Deputy Mayor Field, go ahead.
Do I comment now or before we?
Yep, this is the time.
Just regarding the minimum parking, it's 1.5, which is the recommendation from our planning group, but I'm making a motion that we change that to 1. My rationale around that is any apartment in Petrolia is 1. I feel that 1 is okay. I understand the reason that the 1.5 is in there because that's what we've laid out, but I feel quite comfortable with the 1. I've talked to a number of people since that public meeting, and I feel that this is to move this forward. I feel that it's needed.
Okay, Deputy Mayor Field, thank you. So you are moving an amendment to that bylaw? I'll need a seconder regarding that amendment, seconded by Councillor Wells. So we're clear, Council is just going to be voting on the amendment first, changing it from 1.5 to 1. Any questions or discussion regarding that amendment? So we're voting on the amendment. All those in favor of that amendment? Opposed? That motion carries. So now we'll ask for a bylaw to have the bylaw read a first and second time as amended. Moved by Councillor Wells, seconded by Councillor Clark. Any discussion regarding that motion, having it read a first and second time? All those in favor? Opposed? That motion carries. That'll move us now on to, I'll need a motion to have the 3 bylaws read a third time, finally passed, signed, sealed, and numbered. I need a mover and a seconder. Moved by Deputy Mayor Fields, seconded by Councillor Patel, and I will ask the clerk this time to read those bylaws.
Thank you, Your Worship. And that is for bylaw number 28 of 2024, being a bylaw of the Corporation of the Town of Petrolia to amend bylaw 63 of 2017, the comprehensive zoning bylaw regarding Petrolia Sky Estates, which is incorrect. That should just refer to 411 Wingfield Street, Williamson's. Be read a third time and finally passed as amended. That bylaw number 29 of 2024, being a bylaw of the Corporation of the Town of Petrolia to authorize the purchase of certain lands in the Town of Petrolia known as Lot 6, Block A, Plan 22, Petrolia, part of Lot 5, Block A, Plan 22, Petrolia, as in PA 13482, PA 13482, part of PIN number 4330-0191, Town of Petrolia be read a third time and finally passed. And that bylaw number 30 of 2024, being a bylaw of the Corporation of the Town of Petrolia to confirm the resolutions and motions of the Council of the Town of Petrolia, which were adopted up to and including May 27th, 2024, be read a third time and finally passed.
Thank you, Mrs. Pearson. And then for Council's clarification, that 29 of 2024, that is the Scotiabank purchase. All right, any discussion from Council regarding those bylaws? All those in favor of approving those bylaws? Opposed? That motion carries. And I'll ask for a motion to adjourn, please. Moved by Councillor Clark, seconded by Deputy Mayor Field. I'll ask the clerk to read that motion, please.
And that is for the Council of the Town of Petrolia to adjourn the current meeting to the next regular scheduled meeting of council to now be held on Monday, June 10th, 2024, or at call of the chair.
10th.
June 24th, or at call of the chair. That's what I was trying to make my brain say. Yes.
All right, any discussion from council? Only to the time is all you can discuss. All those in favor? Opposed, that motion carries. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.